on last week's edition of Horror on the Orient Express. Our heroes battled with abyssal appendages as Clay's eye made its way down the hotel heating vents. A bit of choking, gouging, shooting, and stabbing later, the investigators had a pile of dead, undead hands on their hands. The police promptly arrived with the sound of gunfire, prompting Major Kristova to confiscate some of the investigators' weaponry. However, not all is as it seems with the Major, as he has a marked distrust for the other officers in his precinct. He delivered the investigators to the hospital where they spent the night to recover from their injuries. The next morning, the investigators paid a pained visit to Dr. Jordanov. They perused through his belongings to find a monograph written by Dr. Penev. They found within that the Judetta idol was in the possession of the university here in Sofia, and that they should ask after one Professor Chedenko. What secrets of the idol are kept here at the Sofisky Universitet? What could the butchers possibly want with Clay's eye? Let's find out on tonight's episode of Horror on the Orient Express.
Zero.
Hello, everyone. All of my beautiful, beautiful chat. I was going to call you subjects, but that's not right because I'm kind of at your mercy, which is why I'm still doing this show because you guys tune in every week. So thank you, first of all, for that. But these beautiful people around me are our cast, and I am your keeper of arcane lore. Let's go around and say hello to our cast. We are one short, and no, it's not Nomi, even though she is celebrating Black History Month this week. But she is actually just going off to grab something. I'm guessing her dinner, so she can show the chat. But while in her absence, we'll say hi to JT. How's it going, buddy?
Maybe it's Pride and Black History Month. Moss, I hear you had a no Soulless Kings parade. Since you think you have subjects now, and
kinky.
It's gonna be that kind of show. I see it now.
I don't know, man. Sometimes Sometimes words come out of my mouth and I don't even realize it.
So Sevvy's been drinking. Yeah.
I've been drinking Diet Coke.
So yeah,
Oh.
I had my own float and everything.
I did have like 6 shots of espresso earlier today. So.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
In the water of life.
In the water of life. Yeah. I was really tired. I really needed coffee. Now I feel that I might be too hyper.
Yeah,
I'm saving the coffee for later. This is early hours.
Yeah, I like your spirit. But speaking of someone who has clearly found the water of life, Frost, how are you this evening?
Hey, I'm doing well. I haven't had any liquid Tourette's like Sevvy has, so I don't know.
Tourette's when it's the truth? I
don't know. I mean, it's just words, random words coming out of your mouth. If you start saying, well, I won't say any of those words.
Are you saying she's going full Ethan Klein? I'm just saying.
She might be going Ezra Miller. I don't know.
Oh my God, no! Ew! Ew!
Don't worry, he'll let you be on top.
Get off.
No!
Next.
I'm glad I missed whatever that was.
Well,
you don't want to know.
I hate to compare anybody to Ezra Miller, so I'll avoid that and just say hi to Nomi. Hi, Nomi.
Hi, boss. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Getting into the thick of it here.
I had everything muted for. Did you just call her Ezra Miller?
Quite the weather we've got today. No, I said at the risk of comparing somebody to Ezra Miller, I just won't. So I'll just say hi to Nomi. So I definitely did not compare Nomi to Ezra Miller.
He did not.
So what was it? You were running off stream to grab something. What did you run off to grab?
Tacos.
Actually, I had that for dinner. I did have that for dinner. I had steak tacos.
Oh, very jealous.
And then with red onion and cilantro. And then my friend made a corn, like sour cream corn dip. And I just put it on top of my tacos. And it was really good with tons of lime on it. Oh, delicious. But what I scurried away to go grab, because I was craving it and I forgot that I have it. I got myself salted cookies and cream ice cream.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, hold it up just a little bit more so the chat can drool over it. There you go. Oh, yeah.
Is that an ice fork or is that an actual spoon?
It's a spoon.
Oh, okay. For some reason, it looked like either like a chopstick or a knitting needle. I was like, huh, that's going to be an interesting implement to eat with.
I'm so advanced, and you guys, so advanced, you guys don't even know. Can't comprehend. Yes, there's a chopstick. I'm eating my ice cream with chopsticks.
Oh, wow.
Takes skill. You got to eat fast.
If advanced means we've regressed back to the Stone Ages, I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Hey, you don't want to call her Ezra Miller?
The Stone Ages only had sticks and stones.
But they were not
we come full
chopsticks.
circle.
Yep. You won't call her Ezra Miller, but you'll call her a cave woman. Got it.
Well, she's not as hairy as a cave woman. At least I would assume not.
Oh, okay.
And the forehead's a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Look at her face there. Like, ooh.
Keep digging that hole, Ma. Still get out of it somehow.
What, do you want me to call you Harry? I'll call you Harry.
What?
I'm
Oh my
not calling you
God.
for dinner.
No huevos rancheros or whatever it is that Nomi always
huevos
makes.
con weenie.
No huevos con weenies from us.
Oh man, I got every time I go to a Mexican restaurant, I get huevos rancheros. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But much like Nomi's ice cream, cold as ice. Sevvy, how are you?
Oh my God. Hello everyone. My internet is kind of being difficult today, so hopefully it won't kick me out. It's already kicked me out like 5 times already. But I hope everybody is having a good day. You might be wondering what the poll is. Right now we have 20 votes. So before we started the stream, Ma said, I'm gonna go and get some coffee. Then he stood up and we all saw what he was wearing today or not wearing today. And you guys can guess what it was. Biking shorts.
Use your... Oh,
A
go ahead,
style.
Sevvy.
Oh, nothing. A G-string or pants. What the fuck is with this poll?
but we've all seen it. It may be Daisy Dukes, or it might be just some I don't know.
See,
just use your wildest imagination.
Here's the thing: a majority of the chat thinks exactly what I thought of this poll. So I appreciate that, chat. Thank you for being part of the hive mind with me. Pants.
I don't know. 4%. 4% said a G-string. Jesus. 17% said nothing. I think that's very telling.
I'm surprised the poll isn't about the other thing we were talking about, how Moss likes to be on top with the men or something like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's the second poll. That's the second poll.
In hierarchies, it's in the hierarchies. You know, that's why I run these.
What you meant.
That's why I run these shows on stream. It's so I can feel powerful and hard. You know, like a hard man.
No,
a hard, powerful man.
Coming from a man who's never had a hard success.
He did say before we went live that he wants to come on top of whatever I do. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah, he did. He did
say that.
Whatever that means, I don't know.
Well, to be fair, I mean, it was everything that you do, but it was everything that everybody does. I just want to.
You did say that ice cream was
on top of
right?
all of it. Yeah, everything.
You did say, don't steal this away from me. I was like, well, okay. I didn't know you were a dom, but okay.
Yeah, don't take it away from me. I have to be in control at all times.
Wow.
See what you guys learn every time you come and tune in.
When you have no soul, you have to be in charge of things to make yourself feel something. Because you have no soul, you're not in charge of your own destiny. You're soulless. So you got to be in charge of something.
It's true. But I am just
a girl.
What?
Wow.
No.
You never heard that term before? I'm just a girl.
That's a song. Because I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
No doubt.
In the world.
Yeah.
Does the fact that I have not heard of that song, does that strengthen my case that I am not a girl?
I think that's bullshit that you've never heard of that song.
No.
Yeah, whatever. Fine. Well, you see, I before stream I thanked Froste for not putting me through the torment that a few of the individuals on this cast put me through on a weekly basis, and
you never killed Froste.
You know, I love them for it, but at the same time, it is driving me to drink. So let's
cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, he's come close to killing Thrush. I don't even know how many times now. I don't think we lost count of the times that Thrush ends a battle unconscious, floating in a river, or on the ground with an ogre on top of him.
Excuse me.
Whoa, and he's all the way up.
Do they have hand grenades in that show?
No.
So I can't even make the. Can't even.
But I will tell you what, those movies would have been a lot shorter if Frodo just had a hand grenade.
Yep.
Not with that distance they had to travel. And them little feet. Them little chrysanth feet.
Wow.
Chrysanth got big hairy feet. All right, confirmed. So let's get some benefits out of the way. I think I've got a couple for you guys. We did all right on the likes from last stream. We got 45 likes. Now we didn't get 35 likes or 36 likes during the stream, so that means you get a Eureka point for that. You also get Eureka points from the comments, of which we reached 37. Let's see. We got a mythic subscription from a feline named VJJ. That is going to JT. Thank you,
thank
VJJ.
you,
and we also have a mythic from Chrysanth, and that is going to Chris, who unfortunately is being waterlogged in a cistern at the moment. So we'll let him know about that.
Are you saying we turned him into water?
Into water, yes.
Yes.
And let's see. We've also got fan art of Clay by JT. We've got The Whole Crew by Sassy Witch, and we've got The Train by Sassy Witch and Tracy. And I'm guessing Tracy's goes to myself. So in total, 4 Eureka points to JT.
Woohoo!
And Chris. 4 Eureka points to JT and Chris. And 3 Eureka points to Froste, Nomi, Sevvy, and myself.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, chat. If it
Thank
wasn't for
y'all.
you guys, these people probably would have died by now. They're characters. They're characters, not the people. We love the people. We want to keep them around as long as possible. But the characters, not so much. Also, I want to give a shout out to Sirenscape, because if you hear any music and or sound effects throughout the stream, we can thank Sirenscape for that. And if we give them a shout out over the course of the stream, they don't copyright strike our channel. We think that's pretty cool. And without further ado, let's dive on in. And so, when last we left off, you all had done some battle with some severed hands. You went and paid a visit to Dr. Jordanoff, where you had learned that the Jujeta idol was in the possession of the University of Sofia, or the Sofijski Universitet, as it is called in the local area. You went, and after leaving Dr. Jordanoff's house, you went and grabbed a drink or lunch, I believe, something like that, and then, shortly thereafter, made your way to the University of Sofia. And that is where we are picking up right now. You stand in front of the university, and you see that there's a good bit of traffic going by. You can hear the engines just puttering by. You see a tram with a trolley. You see a trolley sitting in the middle of the street, and a group of young men taking a picture just in front of it, as a photographer stands there with his camera on a tripod, basically waiting for the exposure to set in. This is a good idea of what the University of Sofia looked like back in those days. And you can see just beyond is the entrance. And so, as you stand here in the middle of the street, is there anything that you all would like to do?
How early is it? I can't remember if it was early morning or if this was afternoon.
Right now, I believe so. You've gone to. We'll say that you've had lunch.
Heal? So we healed 1 hit point. Yeah.
Yes, over the course of the night, you did heal 1 hit point.
All right.
Let me ask chat. I need to give everybody a link to Sirenscape. Hold on. And so, while I am pulling that up, you all see all kinds of traffic on the road, kinds of passersby, newsboys peddling the news from around town. And I am vamping while I get this link ready for everybody.
Amp it up. The only reason I was asking is Clay was going to get a newspaper.
Makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can run and grab yourself a newspaper if you like.
And I don't know what language it's in, but hopefully it's in one of the ones he can read. Or at least he can find one.
It is very much in Bulgarian.
Well, it'll be interesting to look at all the pretty pictures then.
All right. And question for the chat: can you all hear the?
My pretty.
Can you all hear Sirenscape?
I had nothing.
Oh, did you click on the link?
Of course.
He's asking the chat, Sevvy. He's not asking us. He doesn't care about us.
Yeah, we
Of
don't
course
matter.
he does.
We all know he doesn't like us. He's tolerating us because we said yes to. We want to hang. We want to hang out with Moss. We love Moss. He's our friend, and he treats us like trash. He wants to unalive us in the game, and
Yeah.
that was misled.
He's
That'll
all
make
about the unalive.
No music, says
No music, no
chat.
music.
Told you it didn't work.
I don't see any bars moving at all. On
Like for
Sirenscape.
me, it's just like not loading. Oh, hold on, it loaded. But I don't hear.
It's as
anything.
black as your soul, Moss.
All right. Bear with me, guys.
Black as this kitty.
But yeah, no, backstage chat, Moss was talking to us, and he was just, sharing his likes, his little, hobbies, his interests. We're like, whoa, Moss. And then that's when he got up to go get some coffee, and we're like, whoa, Moss. We didn't know you like to wear that sort of item.
I do have
So-
a question. Biker shorts. What's the gay style of biker shorts?
Biker shorts.
Really,
That's what I
really tight biker shorts.
That's what I thought.
No. Biker shorts is the style of gay biker. Any
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
I mean,
perfect.
what you're wearing right now, Miles, that is the skate style.
Okay.
Kind where it all hangs out, Moss.
Yeah.
The really short, floppy ones that the runners like to wear, as well as the bikers. Ugh.
Well, they're comfortable, and the family jewels need the air to breathe. You got to stay fertile. Anywho, so the university stands before you.
Can you have children with that kind of relationship?
What? I'm sure. Yeah.
He's sure he's not sure.
Do you all enter into the university?
Yes.
Yes.
Thankfully, yes, to avoid the rest of that weird conversation with those strange people on the sidewalk.
Yeah, it was very strange. You couldn't
Oh, yeah.
understand, but you couldn't understand exactly what they were saying, but you knew exactly what they were talking about. It's very strange.
Yep.
And as you enter into the university, you can see a number of people walking around this very not fantastical. What's the word I'm looking for? Very grandiose foyer, where you see two sets of stairs kind of going up and curving up along the outer wall of this rounded entryway up onto a balcony, where you see a large chandelier hanging down and stained glass windows in the back overlooking a rear courtyard. You can see a couple of people wandering by. A lot of them have their noses in books and such. A few people look to be of some repute. Some of wearing, nice suits, long kind of grayish beards, probably ones that you would assume to be professors.
We are supposed to be going here to look up more about the Jujeta idol, but was there a person we were supposed to be meeting here? Because I know we talked about there was another doctor mentioned.
Yes. So Dr. Jordanov had mentioned the name Professor Academician A. Chedenko.
Bless you.
Mr. Chedenko.
Well,
Cousin tight.
probably
Yeah.
going to have somebody who enjoys talking to people and is good at talking to people.
Well, you're pretty fucking good at talking to people. Play.
He's just going to point up at the patch over his eye. At the moment, maybe not.
I'll talk to them. I'll move forward. Who do I see?
You see a number of people, men, women, mostly men, around this area, considering they're mostly the ones being educated at this point. But you can see a number of younger looking men, mostly of a lighter complexion with brown hair and brown eyes. But you do also see a number of distinguished looking gentlemen, some with mustaches and some with long, prestigious beards and glasses.
Do any of them, can I roll a psychology to see if any of them looks more like professor?
You can give me, I think a credit rating roll would be more apt for that, right?
Sure.
Professor Chedenko.
And I got a regular success.
Okay. Yeah, easily enough. I mean, you can walk around. You see a couple of people wandering around, as I said, with very prestigious looks about him, wearing suits. One in particular you see is carrying a satchel with a few papers kind of just pouring out of the top of it. If you would, go ahead and give me a luck roll really quick.
A luck?
Yeah.
Oh my God, my luck is only 17. This is not gonna go well.
Yeah. Okay. So you approach this gentleman?
Yes.
Okay. And you approach the gentleman. What do you say to him?
I will say, "Hi, could you perhaps help me? I'm looking for Professor, whatever his name was. Is that you?"
Nie mam vremy za Chedenko. And he
Okay.
continues walking.
Okay, I guess that's not it. Okay, I will look for somebody that works at this place that probably will talk English.
Okay. Go ahead and are you just gonna kind of wander the halls a bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clay is looking for a directory on the wall.
Okay. Clay, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll really quickly.
The blind guy?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. So you see, as you look around on this directory, you see kind of an overlaying map of the university, and you see that the entry foyer is this large round building with two wings which kind of shoot off to either side, and another wing that kind of comes off and meets in the middle with a central courtyard and a couple of buildings in the center. You can see in the western wing, there's a directory of all kinds of names, and one which you see is scratched out. Looks like somebody took maybe a paint scraper and just scratched it out. But you
Wow.
look, and you can see just barely the last faint traces of what's left or remaining, say underneath of it, Dr. Mateev. And just alongside of it, you see Professor Academician A. Chedenko.
Okay, and that right next to it is am I supposed to understand that
You're
is
muted, sir.
the new resident?
I
shouldn't
can
be
hear
muted.
him.
Oh, I can't hear him.
So is that mean it was that guy's office and now it's this guy's, or is it the name next to that was crossed out?
To the best of your knowledge, it looks like Dr. or Professor Chedenko probably inherited Dr. Mateev's office.
Got it. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. And so he's just gonna flick the thing with his finger, make a loud clack on the glass, and say, "Right here." It gives an
Perfect.
office number or an office location, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
absolutely.
eye. Good
Uh,
eye. Your eyes even better than usual.
Mm-hmm.
all
He
right.
wants
Not
to play
wrong.
X-Men.
And so you do you do anything here before you make your way to his office?
No, we just go straight to his office, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's any. It doesn't look like there's any kind of reception or anything like that. I mean, it's interesting to look at the place, but
Okay. So you make your way down the west wing, and it seems like this place goes on for miles. You see rooms upon rooms upon rooms and stairwells every couple of 100 feet, which lead up and down to the next floor. You begin to wonder how anybody can find their way around this place. And as you're walking around, you see that there are students galore, men and women, all giving you strange looks, especially you, Clay, this grizzled old war veteran, missing an eye. You catch many, many glances as you pass by, but eventually you do come to Dr. Chedenko's office. Now, Camellia, can you give me a luck roll real quick again?
Suck. I'm gonna use an Eureka point for this. Oh no.
Yep. So as you approach Dr. Chedenko's office, you look, and the door is firmly shut. It's just a nice, solid, but sort of ornate door, well made, and probably very heavy, very difficult to kick in should the need arise. But there, emblazoned on the door in fine bronze lettering, is 36A. Camellia, I need you to make me a sanity roll, if you would.
Oh my god, of course.
Rude and rude.
Ah,
Oh,
just wait. 85? You have 85 sanity?
Yeah.
How?
She's still super sane.
I've been not. I haven't been like losing that much sanity. I've been avoiding looking at shit.
Oh, that's true. Which means I need to do this more often. Okay, so that is a failure by 1. You lose 1 point of sanity as the sight of this door just sends shivers down your spine.
Okay. Oh, that's bad luck. She'll quickly turn around and it's like, well, he's not here. Perhaps we can try the cafeteria.
He's just gonna knock on the door.
And you hear from the inside, "Ah!" Let's see. Koritova!
He is going to attempt to say in Serbo-Croatian, are you busy, Professor?
Let me see. What languages does the professor speak? You hear him repeat, Koyetova!
He'll try Turkish?
What language was that? That Turkish?
You hear, Zaitsum!
I'm just
You
gonna,
speak English?
gonna turn the doorknob, assuming that meant come in.
And there inside, you see a wizened and gnome-like man, very short.
Gnome.
Yes, gnome. Kind of, it's hard to determine his age because his hair and his beard kind of mask his face a bit. But you can tell that he is certainly very old. Wise, dark eyes owlishly blink from behind his narrow, gold-rimmed spectacles, set off by his white mane of hair and beard. You can tell that
Mini Frost.
yeah, if Frost is not owlish, nor is he gnome-like.
I thought you were going to say he wasn't wizened. He's going to kick you.
Oh, no.
Huh?
Frost is definitely wizened. Definitely wizened. But you can see as you enter him, he starts up at surprising speed from his desk, as it seems as though no psychology roll required. He is surprised to see somebody walk in. And you can tell that whatever he said was not come in.
Kind of assume so. He's just going to nod at him and smile and just ask really quickly, Sprechen Sie Deutsch or Parlez-vous Français? Hmm?
Habla español.
Deutsch. Yeah.
Oh. Apologies then. Do you have a moment?
A moment for what?
We want to discuss the Jujutsu idol.
I'm very busy with lesson planning and all of these things. You'll have to come back at another time.
And just hold out the notes, the Russian version of those notes, the manuscript, and just.
Go ahead and give me. You see, his eyes kind of perk up a little bit. You see, his owlish little eyes kind of get really small and squint in your direction. He kind of pulls his spectacles down at the end of his nose and gets up close to it. Yeah. Give me a psychology roll really quickly.
All right.
While he's doing that, I want to look around the room, spot hidden, see anything interesting or arcane looking.
Okay, very good. Just listening to him, you would guess
Son of a bitch.
that he is very dutiful as far as his work is concerned. You feel as though perhaps if you can appeal to his professional expertise, he might be more willing to work with you. But since you have produced that paper, Any checks that you use would be, I'd give you a bonus die on.
Okay. He is going to attempt to charm him. He's just going to hold out the manuscript and say, please, please, we need somebody who understands all of this. We can't find anyone. They're all blithering idiots.
Okay. A charm will probably be at a, it'll be at a hard difficulty.
That's fine. And you said a bonus die on it, though?
Uh-huh.
All right, and I'm going to use a Eureka point. And he's going to basically just butter him up, make him, feel at home, let him read the stuff, act very calm, like he's known him forever.
Hard success. Okay. He says, the Giugietta idol. Yes, I know of it. It has been in my care for some time since I have inherited Dr. Metayev's office. What would you like to know about it, if I can provide any knowledge to you?
Well, first of all, does it cause anyone to feel uneasy?
It is very speculative. Any answer I give you would be speculative, as there has not been any proper study as to if it causes any sort of side effects. But there's no tested chemical composition. In fact, it seems as though it is constructed of an unidentified material.
And what do you know of its relationship to Sedefkar?
Sedefkar? Oh,
Simulacrum, or the manuscripts?
No, I'm unsure of what his name is. So far as I understand, no one has been able to date the artifact, the culture of which created it, or the method of its construction. No one can even identify the material that it is carved from, as I say. But as far as I can tell, it is perhaps a well-conceived hoax using some new material, such as an unusual plastic. Although I do confess I have personally overlooked it several times.
I want to roll psychology to see if he's full of shit and if he's trying to gaslight us.
Absolutely.
Oh, can we understand what he's saying? If so,
That's
no.
right. I don't really know what he said.
Oh yeah, he is currently speaking in German.
Never mind.
Okay,
Then.
then no, I don't.
I don't sprechen the.
But
the
one thing
Deutsch.
with that hard success, one thing you do notice is that as he and Clay are kind of going back and forth, you notice that every once in a while he'll kind of like his right eye will kind of squint a little bit.
You got a little tell.
He'll kind of squint a little bit, and he rubs his temples ever so slightly.
Suspicious.
So I've examined other pieces, and they're, like you say, indestructible, similar material. Would love to examine this under your supervision if possible.
You are saying there are more pieces of the like. This is fascinating. Have you learned anything about them? Their origin, anything, please? And you see he kind of waddles back over to his desk, and you can see that he pulls open a drawer very hastily, and a few papers kind of just fly out. He grabs just kind of a scrap piece of paper and sits down and dips a fountain pen into an inkwell and looks up at you expectantly as if to take notes.
And very vaguely give him information as to, we've heard that one, and we tracked one of them down. We're able to view it, not saying we have it, but view it in, I believe, was one Milan? I'm trying to remember now where all of them were, because we were outside of where Baba Yaga was outside Oroshoots. There was one in, I thought it was in Milan, but I could be wrong. Was it Trieste?
No, there was nothing. There wasn't one. No, there was one in Trieste. Yes.
Okay, so not in. Yeah, okay, and basically tell him a couple of them and said we've been able to view them. One was in the possession of an old woman in the woods who didn't want to part with it. Not saying anything about what happened to it, but that we were able to view it, and that we managed to see them. Point out a few things that should corroborate with the information he might have, and point to the fact that we think more of it is going to be in Constantinople, and there's probably some tie-in to all of this. Just to get him very interested without giving him too many specifics.
Can I ask him if he speaks English, please?
Okay.
Clay didn't even think of that.
Let me see.
Well, I want to tell you something, but I don't want him to
Okay, he does
hear
not.
what I'm saying if he can't
does not
if he can
have
understand
psychology.
it. I don't care if he can actually.
Okay. I'm just rolling to check if he notices something.
Okay.
He jots all of this down about as fast as you've ever seen anyone write. And he says, so you are saying that you believe that this Jujeda idol is part of whatever this set or simulacrum that you are assembling this?
Well, we're on
Pretty
the
sure
trail of
there's-
it for a friend.
No German word for that, so I hear him say it. Does he have any more of these ticks or tells while he's saying it?
Let's see. With that hard success, you can tell that he genuinely is interested in what Clay is saying.
So tell him that until we see this piece, we wouldn't be able to tell if it's actually the same material or if it's just something similar from a similar age or a similar maker. But it could be.
You see, you look at him and you see his eyes kind of light up at the thought of learning something new, something that wasn't necessarily known before, something that he's been pondering on and several people have been pondering on for seemingly a very, very long time. And he stands up quite quickly and grabs a cane from against the wall and begins walking.
Should also ask him if anyone else has been asking about this crap.
That's a good idea. Doesn't seem like they have, but yeah, wherever he leads us, just say, so I'm guessing we're the only people that have come asking about something like this ever.
Yes, for some time anyways. I do not remember any time having anyone take such interest in these things. As I say, it is widely regarded as a hoax. And Dr. Penev, who you had been looking at his research papers, he was very much ridiculed in the community for bringing forward such speculative hypotheses about the origins of such an artifact.
You should see the looks we normally get. And points out that this is obviously this manuscript that he has is from the professor that we talked to earlier, who was the only person that's been receptive recently.
I asked him if he understands Turkish, in Turkish.
You see, he gives you a strange look. He doesn't seem to understand. He looks over at you, Clay, and says, what language is he? It sounds like, was that Turkish? I do not speak Turkish.
Just look over it.
If you, it seems as though foreigners have Bulgarian is not a very popular language for tourists. If any of you need to communicate with me, obviously Bulgarian is my preferred tongue. Otherwise, Latin, German, and French I am proficient in.
And he will just switch over to French because Clay is way more fluent. He has almost a 70 in French. He's basically almost like a native speaker, but not quite. And he'll say, and I learned a lot of this during the war. Most of it was swearing at the time, but my wife taught me how to speak the language properly.
Oh, very good. You do definitely sound fluent, and you definitely strike me as one from the war. Although this, and you see he points up to your eye, these looks fresh.
I have to warn you, the people that have been trying to interfere with us finding more out about what I'm asking you about. So,
Interesting.
I don't want to get you in trouble or get you hurt.
Are you saying that these things, these artifacts, the Jujeta things are dangerous? Or the people seeking them are dangerous?
Perhaps both? He just puts his finger upside his nose as if the people are definitely dangerous. Would you believe that there are... You're just going to look around and get close. There are still cults around to this day?
Hogwash. Come. I will
He's
show
just
you.
going to point up to his eye. Hmm?
Well, we are in more academic pursuits. Please come. And you see he waddles down the hallway. You hear his cane click on the floor as he waddles. You see his hunched back, almost frustrating trying to follow behind him at his pace.
I don't trust this penguin. I got my hand on my gun.
Okay. And as you make your way down this hallway, you come to another set of stairs at the end of the hallway through a narrow doorway, kind of off the beaten path a little bit. It's a short walk up a winding stone stairwell. And as you reach the top of the stairwell, there's another door. He opens it wide, and you see a wide hallway. And on either side of the hallway, you see a few windows letting bright sunlight in. But you also see menacing suits of armor kind of on either side of the hallway, just kind of watching the approach to this storeroom. And at the end of this hallway, you see that there are two huge wooden doors, which currently stand closed.
Is that where he's leading us?
Yes, it seems as though he is leading you in that direction.
That sounds good. Look around at the suits of armor. Different time periods, I'm assuming?
Mostly from the same.
Okay.
A lot of them are Byzantine.
Got it.
Probably that, or days of during the Holy Roman Empire.
Interesting collection. Just keep walking past. He doesn't know a whole lot about them. He just knows they're old.
He says, we do our best. He waves a finger at you as he walks forward. We do our best to preserve history as best as we can, and to learn as much as there is to learn. And as you all approach the doorway, I need everybody to give me a listen roll really quickly.
I got an extreme success.
I failed.
My success is hard.
Okay. And then I guess I'll play for Jimmy. Let's see.
That's why this game is so quiet, because we don't hear golly. Oh boy.
And there's no music.
Because Chris is here.
I think everybody else can hear the music. Can you try the link again?
There was piano music.
Now I hear it.
It's just quiet.
Yeah. All right. So, Jimmy, let's see. Jimmy, Walter, Clay, and Camellia. As you approach the door, you begin to hear a little bit of commotion going on the other side.
Define commotion. Like people?
You hear shuffling on the other side of the door.
Okay, I will stop on my tracks and stop India Maria. And I'll say, I hear some shuffling. Be ready.
I heard it too, right?
Yeah, everybody but India heard
Some
this.
shite going on over there.
And just stop the professor.
You see, as he's reaching towards the door handle, you grab hold of him.
Should there
I
be
got my
anyone
hand
in
on
there?
my gun. Finger
I
on the
heard-
trigger.
There's someone in there.
Is there? Oh, well, people come up here sometimes. This is where we keep many different things. It's a very large storeroom.
If you don't
Can't-
mind, I could get the door for you. And he'll move forward and put himself in the way of the professor.
Oh, I'm perfectly capable of opening the door, but if it's something that you must do, please be my guest.
Kill.
For the record, I take out my gun and I wait outside. So
Are
I'm like
you-
not.
Go ahead.
I'm like standing behind India Maria because I'm really hurt and India Maria is really tall.
Wow.
And I'll just like I'll just be ready. I'm not pointing it or anything. I'm just gonna like just in case something comes out and attacks.
Hello, bullet sponge.
Okay, you said you are where now? I'm sorry.
Behind India Maria.
You're behind India. Okay.
We're at the back
And-
because I stopped her.
And Walter, where are you positioning yourself?
I'm behind the two guys at the ready position if I need to pull my gun and bust some caps.
Okay.
You said it's double doors, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So what he's going to do is stand in kind of off to the side a little bit of the right one and then open the left one open. So he's not visible. Just if nothing happens, he'll poke his head around.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do they open inward or outward?
They open inward.
All right, push the left one inward and then wait a second and then peek.
Okay.
It's probably a janitor, but you know, we never know.
And
I don't know. I don't trust Moss, man.
You don't trust me? Why would you not trust me?
Have
Because
seen
you try to kill me every single day. Every Monday, you try to kill me.
To be fair, I try to kill everybody. I
He
mean,
did kill me. So I certainly don't trust him.
Same thing.
Bam! Indian
All right.
Try
now,
to kill
turn
me.
turncoat.
It's not
Switch side, get her.
helping your case to say I try to kill everybody every Monday.
So, Clay,
Mhm.
you push the door open, and you see scattered across the floor is amid glittering fragments of glass. You see what looks to be the foot of someone who is lying dead.
Oh no.
You see that you can hear some other commotion going on from the inside, from the angle that you're looking at the moment.
Okay. Open the other door, push the professor back and say, I think someone's been hurt in there. And he's going to pull his pistol out and kind of push the other door open and get himself up to the side of the door frame as he pushes it open and just kind of look.
Okay, sounds
Oh,
good.
give me a heads up. Yes.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Well, that's what he said it out loud to the guy, and he's just going to say to you guys, he's just going to look over at you. He's going to and point to the floor, and he's going to just make a motion of people walking.
Pull out my heater.
Okay, does anybody else pull out their weaponry?
I already had mine out.
Okay,
I don't know. India Maria, are you pulling out your gun?
I am pulling out my gun.
okay, sounds good. So, inside, you push the doors open. You see the bodies of 3 either dead or unconscious men, one of which has no head. You see his body still spurts blood across the room like a twitchy, fleshy fountain. You see blood just kind of pouring out of the neck. Psst, psst. You see the others are suffering severe bludgeoning wounds, one of which, well, neither of which are moving. And at the other end of the room, you see a window is currently open, curtains flapping madly in the chill gale as a group of men climb out of it. You see that they're dressed in dark clothing. Their features are sealed behind leather cowls and masks made from what look like tanned leather. And just as he climbs out the window, you see a glimpse of a man holding some sort of statue as he escapes out the window, down a rope, and
Of
into the
course it
parking
is.
lot below. And you see 2 men turn around, weapons drawn, and attack. And so
Called it.
we're going
It's
to
gonna
head
try to kill us.
Where am I?
into combat.
Oh, I see it. I had to open the map more.
Let's see.
Oh,
Let me see what Jimmy's got. He'd probably ready his 45, right?
Sure. Sounds like a thing you do.
Okay, sounds good. So, first up in the order is you see all this happening. Walter, it is your turn.
I stand behind Clay and start casting Flesh of the Outer Dwellers.
Okay, how long does that take?
Doesn't say. Oh, 5 rounds. Oh God, never mind.
And Clay did have his pistol up, by the way.
Did I
can
not
I take a shot at the guy?
Thank you.
Okay, and you both had your pistols out. Very good. Okay, so go ahead and target.
I want to peek out from behind Clay like this, like lean out. Oh wait, you can't see me. I want to like lean out like this and like take a fan the gun at whoever, one of those guys or whatever. 3 shots.
Yeah, we can't see them if they're supposed to be visible, but
Yeah, I don't
see the dead
that.
bodies.
So 3 shots. That's gonna be. Let's see.
Oh, the music got creepy.
Can you put them in the map so that we can see them?
Yeah, give me just one moment.
Get nothing like it. Maybe.
Oh wow, that is not the right music.
You had the perfect music and you
Oh
botched
my
it.
god, man. Oh my goodness. Okay. I had them all picked out and everything.
Wow.
The one you were playing was fine. It was creepy at the right time, and then
Yeah,
you turned it off
yeah,
and put on some
yeah.
lame shit.
Well, I didn't mean to. It like the music in Sirenscape is I love it, guys. I absolutely love it. But
Sirenscape is the best. We love it.
yeah. Let's see.
What about using the one that Dan uses?
What do you mean? Which one did
Dan
Dan
from
use?
Avenue Studios. He uses he doesn't use Sirenscape, he uses something else. I can ask him because he was talking about it. He was talking about how much he likes it.
Rock and roller. Yeah, the one Dan got is pretty good actually.
I don't know what he uses.
I'll ask.
Yeah, you can ask him.
I turned off by accident.
All right.
It was very loud, by the way.
All right. So, Walter, you are targeting. Let me make him visible.
Televisiva. Is that a man? I can't even see what that is.
It looks like a woman.
You see, as you look at
I
him,
see it
you
now.
see it as a man with
It's
a
a ninja.
towel over his face. So remember,
So
alt
it's Ezra.
click.
So it's Ezra.
How does I select this fool?
Control click.
Have I selected him? Yes.
Yes, you have.
I will shoot him in the
All right.
face.
So the first one is going to be at regular shot. Second one with a penalty die. Third one with 2 penalty die.
All right. Let me see if I can find my. Got too many things open here. Damn it! Damn it! There we go. This music, it's so intense, Moss. It's a hit.
A fine hit.
All right.
Let me roll a dommage. Where's my dommage? There's my dommage. I'm le do fromage. Take 6, you son of a bitch, villain.
Okay. 6 points of damage. Okay.
Oh, shoot again. Sacre bleu. Oh, hard success.
Okay.
I will damage him. Take it. And 2 penalties this time, sir. I will use a Eureka on this one because I am
Okay.
at a negative and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, sir. Oh, another hard
How does that
another
even
hard
happen?
one too.
How does
I'm
that even
fucking
happen?
amazing, Moss. Because my other game I roll absolute shit, so I gotta roll good somewhere, buddy.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
9! Ooh, 11. I take that back.
All right.
Plus this
So,
for being awesome.
boom. All right. You see that one is
So I
dead.
just lean over and just go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
Yes.
I lean back behind Frost.
One to the chest,
I mean,
one to the
Clay.
shoulder, and one right to the dome. You see he winces. You see his body thrashes to and fro, and finally his head snaps back, and he falls down to the ground. And let's see. Do you have any movement that you would like to do?
I want to hide behind Frost. It's all yours, big guy.
Okay. So next up is India Maria.
It's all yours, big girl.
What do you need me to do?
Clay's no
I'm
longer as
scared.
fast as he used to be.
It is your turn. If you're going to shoot at him, you had probably better do it.
Yes, I shoot. I shoot my my firearms pistol. So I'm
Okay.
46.
Control clicketh upon him.
At this point, you're basically shooting past Walter and you're shooting past Clay. So either you'll take a penalty die or you'll have to move to a more advantageous spot.
I'll move.
Okay, where would you like to move?
Let's see. Bring me closer to the action.
That's what I like to hear.
Just right here, right inside the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and roll your shot.
She haven't targeted.
Target.
Oh, yeah.
I target it.
Control click him.
Yeah, control click.
The first guy I see.
Only guy.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. Bless me, Ultima.
Hey, regular
Alright.
success. Very nice. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. Okay.
Oh, you
2
rolled
damage.
fighting brawl damage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, whoops. The 38 caliber rev then. Yeah, let's go.
That's what you want.
Oh,
That's a
Ooh.
little better.
I need a better gun.
Okay.
Or a better roll.
So he now has boo.
critical shot. He dead. DED. Dead.
Constitution. He's going to use a good point on this. Shoo! Okay, so you do a good bit of damage. You shoot him right in the shoulder. You see you wound him severely, but he is still conscious as he is raising his weapon to shoot at you. Next up is Jimmy Summers.
Jammy.
Now, let's see. What would Jimmy do? Would Jimmy move into the room? He'll say, don't mind me, Miss India. I'll save you. And he'll move right in front of
Accurate.
India Maria. And he's just going to shoot at... I better get him targeted. He's going to shoot at this guy.
Shoot the moon.
Fail. His shot goes wide. You see it ricochets off of a table and bounces into a pane of glass, shattering it. Let's see. He says, oh. All right. And so you see this guy. Let's see. I've got 4 of these. Let's see. Okay. You see, as this man gets ready to attack, you see he pulls out of a satchel a German Model 24 stick grenade,
Holy shit.
arms it, and throws it into the hallway where you all are at.
Oh my god.
And he moves over here and ducks behind a table.
Any way we can swipe at it to like return it back where he's at?
Or dodge.
Well, it's not going to explode just yet, as it does have a fuse.
I like fuses.
So you see it lands in the middle of all of you, and you see it rolling around in kind of a oblong circle. All right, and that is his turn. Clay, it is your turn.
Kick it back!
Does Clay know the explosion radius of this thing?
The explosion radius on it would be about Oh, of course it's not right there where I need it. It is. Bear with me for just one moment. Let's see. Explosives. Oh, good lord. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, so the explosion radius on this is typically about 3-yard radius where it's lethal.
Okay, and each one of these squares we're in is
A yard. Yeah.
considered a yard. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
all right, so we got to get it a little farther away. Clay is going to drop his pistol, grab the grenade if he can do that without, if he's going to be able to throw it as well, because there would be no point in picking up the grenade if he can't throw it in this round. And he's gonna 1, 2.
Well, I would say that you had your firearm readied, and that had altered your initiative. So you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can he grab the grenade, or will that not be something he could do? Is the question.
I would say if you wanted to grab the grenade as opposed to move, I'd be okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so what he's gonna do then, he's gonna grab the grenade and he's just gonna toss it into the room, hopefully.
Hopefully at the guy.
Yeah. Well, he's got no depth perception.
Well, so basically what I was getting at is okay, yeah, we'll just say you can do it. Go ahead and give me a throw roll.
All right, I'm gonna use I have the last bonus die that I've been holding on to for dear life forever.
Magic.
We're gonna use it because I have a horrible throw. Like, horrible. Everything has
And
gotten...
an Eureka point?
But you're
Everything
strong.
has gone bad since he went, one-eyed. Where's his throw? Here we go. It's low, but we'll see what happens. All right, so regular success.
Regular success. Okay. You pick the grenade up and throw it back at this guy, and it lands just off to the side of him.
Yep, and then tell everybody, how long do I think we have?
The typical fuse on a grenade is about 4 seconds.
All right. He tells everybody to run.
Close the door.
The guy gets a hold of it. Yeah, I don't know if I can close the door because I already.
I'm saying whoever, close the door.
And then if he can't move, he's just gonna, push the professor and say, "Go run."
Okay, you look back behind you, and the professor is unconscious on the ground.
Ooh. Okay, not good.
You passed out?
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yay! Yeah. So if Clay can't move, he's basically going to try and he's gonna probably try and pick the guy up next round. We'll see.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is Camellia.
Okay. How much movement do I have?
Your move is 7. You can move
Okay.
7 spaces. 7 yards.
All right. Does it count? I think what I'm gonna do is I'll grab the unconscious dude and just drag him back. So I'm assuming I can move 3 squares this way.
Yeah,
to the right.
Yep, that'd be
You can
fine.
also use him as a meat shield.
A good point. So I will grab him, move me as far as I can move.
Okay.
Right? Because it's 7.
Yep.
Right. And I will put him. I'll put him right in front of me.
Okay. You hoist him up, grab him up underneath the shoulders, and you can tell he is just absolutely dead weight. Small man and light as it were, but him just not cooperating whatsoever. It makes him very difficult to move.
I'm using him too if the thing explodes, so the shrapnel hits him and not me.
Okay, very good. All right, next up, there's a couple of guys who are going to do some stuff.
Rude.
A couple guys.
Let's see.
Guys?
The janitors, mostly.
Okay. Okay. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. All right. And then it is back to the top of the order. Walter, is there anything that you would like to do?
Can I shoot that guy and
Close
run?
the door.
The door is, well, I think, Clay, did you close the door?
I don't know if I was allowed to, so I didn't.
I'd say you probably close
so
it. It's a simple action.
yeah, that door's closed, and I don't know if I can close them both, but yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna run in the other direction.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself wherever you need to.
How far can I move?
What is your movement?
This is like 8, isn't it? Or no, it's
Your move rate is
1?
9. You can move 9 squares.
All right, I'm over
Right.
here.
You see Walter take off at the pace of Sonic the Hedgehog. And
Ready the
he
fuck up? It's
takes
gonna blow.
off.
It's his birthday today.
All right. No actions for you then?
You
Is there
could help
anyone
me
else to
drag the
shoot?
body.
Fuck that
If
guy.
you... Oh, I figured we might need information from him later.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they took what they had.
India Maria,
See,
it is your turn.
You could have taken her meat shield. Oh. Give me that.
That's your meat shield. I got a run shield.
what can I do? What am I allowed to do?
Whatever
Run away.
is in your, whatever your heart desires.
Yeah, doors are closed right now, and there's we said run because there's a grenade in that room, but whatever you want to do.
I will run as well.
Okay, just go ahead and
Into the room?
Away.
So go ahead and grab your character. You can move up to, I believe it's 8 squares is how far you can move.
You wanna help me drag the body at least 1 square?
Yeah, I'll help. Yeah, I can do that. I can help.
You can
Amelia.
move 1, 2, 3,
Move the body.
4 here, 5, 6. So you could move, like, you'll end up close to where I am.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that good?
Yeah, and then you grab the body, and then you can move 2 more squares.
How do I grab the body?
You
So
just, say, you
pretend
can just say that you grabbed
pretend
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
just
okay.
pretend you grabbed it.
And then move
then-
2 more squares?
Yeah, 2 more squares. They can move to the right of me
1.
and just go.
Oh.
Yeah.
1 and then 2. Alright, cool. Well, technically 1, I guess. Yeah.
Perfect.
I think doesn't that count
That's
as
just
one?
one.
That's just one.
Yeah, that's just
One more.
one. Yeah. There you go.
It's 2.5.
I
Close
I
enough.
like to push the boundaries a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think that basically Jimmy is gonna follow suit. He's just gonna traipse right up behind you. Don't worry, Miss India. I got you.
Wait,
And
he's not gonna jump on the grenade from Miss India? I don't buy it.
He'll grab Professor Chedenko's feet and hoist them up, helping you carry him. And
That old man.
this guy needs to roll a roll.
Roll a roll.
Roll a roll.
Roll a roll a roll a.
That is a regular success. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Suspicious rolling from PM. Never trust.
Okay. Very good. Clay. It is your turn, and as you're getting ready to act, you shut the doors behind you, and you hear a loud "thoosh" as glass shatters, and you hear fragments of wood scrape up against the door as the grenade definitely exploded.
Okay. He is going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Yeah. He has 6 movement. He is going to, I guess he would move, his 4th one would be here instead, actually. And then he is just gonna shoo everybody down the hallway. He's like, get moving! And yeah.
Okay.
He could take one more. He could have technically, I suppose, gone on through, but it makes more sense for him to get in the way.
Okay.
He's just looking back, with his gun out just in case, telling him, go, go, go.
All right, Camellia.
So we're still running, right? Okay, so Jimmy has a body. I'm just gonna run. So like you said, I could move 7.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just gonna go over here, 6, and then I will just. Can I hold my action to shoot anything or anybody that trying to shoot us that comes through the door or through the stairway? Stairs.
I don't think there's really any action holding for this game.
Right, then I'm just gonna stay here because I don't know who was downstairs. I don't know if there's more guys downstairs.
Okay. Sounds good. And at this point...
Oh, wrong chat. I got it. I wrote it in the wrong chat. Okay. Thank you, Frost.
Yep. Kick is just being silly on Restream. I don't know why. We're on X. It works fine.
Okay. No,
Okay.
yeah, I know. It's just I meant to send it in the mod chat, but I didn't realize it. Okay, thank you.
And at this point, I would have you guys give me probably another listen roll.
You betcha. Right.
Everybody listen.
I will use an Eureka point for this. Well, actually, why would I? I have a 97 in listen.
Good question.
I will use a Eureka point because I don't have the greatest.
Did my listen not work? Shit.
Didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
I hear nothing.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so India, Camellia, and Clay, you all can hear the sounds of what seems to be a large vehicle cranking to a start. You also hear the squeal of tires as it seems they speed away.
The squeal of a pig.
Okay.
Question is, do we follow or do we stay here?
Well,
We,
have
do
to
have
look after
India.
him.
Oh, fine. He was standing right in front of me. When
We don't follow, we're
as
gonna
soon-
lose the piece.
Yeah, as soon as the grenade came towards us, he went like this. Ah! He fainted. I suggest we follow. Plus, India Maria is really good at following everyone.
That
If
I
we're
am.
going.
Okay, we will try to give chase. Come on.
Okay. So, let's see. We're gonna go probably back to the top. Let's see. I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll go back to the top. Boop, 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 boop. Walter.
I run down to the vehicle and start it.
Okay. Are you running back through the university, or are you gonna try to go out the window, which
We have
they
it.
went out?
Um,
So you probably brought a cab, maybe?
no. I don't know. This is a good question.
I mean, they did go out the window.
How high are we up?
Currently, you're on the second floor.
Shit. I ain't no ninja. If I go down the stairs, I could just run out the door, can I?
You probably, I mean, you don't know exactly where there's an exit nearby.
I came up the stairs, didn't I?
Yeah, but to get outside.
Came in from outside, right?
Yeah,
If you want to go all the way across if you want to go all
Oh.
the way across the university out the front.
Oh, all right. I'll go towards the window then. I
So we have
guess.
to go through the window, basically.
Okay.
I go there.
Okay.
Gun
Anything?
drawing.
Can
Okay.
can he double his movement if he's not doing an action?
I don't think the rule book addresses it, but I'll allow it if you want to.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like chase sequence. So, like if we do a chase sequence, like we could instead of doing an action, we could
Yeah,
just
I'll allow it.
I'm gonna peek in the door first. See if there's anyone in there
Okay.
skulking.
And you look in the door and you see these mangled bodies have been just obliterated, pieces blown apart, arms,
here you go.
fingers, bits of skin, gore just lying around all over the place, as well as fragments of tables, furniture, and little pieces of statuary that lay about the room. You don't see anyone inside moving around.
Go here.
Okay. And just on the other side, you see the cowled man blown to pieces.
Oh, good. Fuck you.
All right. And that's your turn?
Yeah.
All right. India Maria, it's your turn.
Okay. Am I still moving bodies with Camellia?
Are you?
No, we are going to give chase to the people that stole the statue.
Okay. So
Okay.
I will go give chase. I don't know who Chase is, but I'm gonna give it to him.
So your movement is 8. If you want to use your action, you can move it up to 16, I'll say.
So move towards like where JT moved, inside the room that we're running away from.
Okay.
You might be able to get to the window.
Not quite.
Maybe. I can't tell.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 3 more steps.
Yeah.
So I could get to the window.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the window with
Okay.
1 step left to spare.
All right. And just
Oh, there's the window.
Just
on the other side.
as you approach the window, you see a black car speed away down the highway. And you see this truck sitting just on the other side of this parking lot. You see a large covered, it's like a tarp covered bed on this truck. You see the tarp get pulled away.
Oh, shit.
And inside the truck, you see 2 men, one of which holding a belt and the other manning a Maxim machine gun, aiming it up at the window towards you.
Oh no! Take cover! You have one more movement.
I have
She
1
can
more
take
step.
cover.
I will
Move away from the
step
window.
back in the blood.
Okay. All right. Jimmy is gonna move. He's gonna move. Let's
Do
see.
you
his
yell
movement is
anything?
7.
Oh, 36 likes, guys!
36 likes.
Yay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good. We
9,
need
10,
you.
11, 12. Miss India, what's going on over here?
Oh no, you didn't
You
want to
should warn
dummy.
him about not going to the window.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
nobody
don't
said
you-
anything.
Oh,
Jimmy, don't go to the window. There's someone aiming a giant gun at us.
oh,
Towards
oh.
the window.
He grabs you by the shoulders and puts you in front of him.
Is he hiding behind
That's
India
great.
Maria?
Was this
Oh
your
my
first time?
god!
Clay.
It's great.
1, 2, 3,
Silly
4,
Jimmy.
5. He is going to. When you say there's somebody about to, there's a machine gun, he's gonna move up here, and he is gonna get down and just say, "Get away from that side of the room! Drop!" And just hold a hand up to Camilla. There's a machine gun aimed at the building.
Oh,
Guard the
shit.
stairwell.
Will do.
All right, Camellia.
Okay, I'm gonna see. And then move back by where the meat shield is. Yeah.
Okay.
Hide behind the
Professor
meat
Meat
shield.
Professor Meat
Yeah.
Shield.
Professor Meat
So
Shield.
nice to see you.
And I will aim at the stairs and wait.
Okay, sounds good. And at this, let's see, they are gone. As it seems as though they have escaped.
He takes way too much pleasure out of this. And yes, thank you, Smooth. We did get the 36 likes.
Yay.
All right. And so you hear, let's see, you hear the machine gun fire out. Oh, wow. That is incredibly quiet.
Okay, thank God.
I like quiet.
As you see bullets
Okay.
fly in through the windows, pierce through the walls. He is firing a barrage of 100 bullets.
Oh my God.
I have 2 meat shields.
And so, let's see. He is going to take 1 penalty die.
Do they have telephones in this building, Moz?
Yeah, you would have probably seen a telephone or two. You see all of these windows burst inward. What windows weren't already blasted to pieces? You see bits of building fly inward as these bullets fly past you, whizzing. And you all take cover and duck. None of you are hit by this burst, but you also hear the ringing of metallic, the popping of tires on the outside as this volley of 100 rounds continues and continues and continues. Walter, is there anything that you would like to do?
Are the bullets still coming? Can I run? Can I dodge? Can I dive? Dip, duck, dodge, dive.
At this point, the bullets have stopped and you can hear the truck begin to move.
Like they're reloading or they're driving away?
No, you hear the engine begin to rev as if the truck is moving.
I run to there and dive down.
Okay, you see that there is a rope dangling from the window. Do you try to climb down the rope?
Fuck no.
Okay, go ahead and as you jump out, go ahead and give me a, let's see,
Are
About a what?
Dexterity?
the window.
I'm not
You're on
jumping
the-
out the window. I'm running down the hallway.
Oh, you're running down the hallway. Oh,
Yeah, somebody's shooting a machine gun at me. I'm running
Oh,
and dive,
never mind,
diving
I
down
thought-
the hallway.
I thought you were being brave for a second. Okay.
Hell no. Brave, you mean stupid? No.
They're the same thing, JT. They're the same thing.
No.
I'm not wrong.
All right, India Maria, it is your turn.
I grab Jimmy by the collar and I also run for it.
There might be a passed out Professor Meat Shield somewhere.
Oh no, I'm hiding behind the meat shield.
Okay. Do any of you? I'll just ask you this way. Do any of you intend to give chase to this truck?
Not anymore. I need to get my flamethrower and my tummy gun before I do that.
Okay.
Yeah, Clay was going to suggest to Walter to search the guy's body to see if he had another grenade that did not go off, or the guy who was dead on the ground and toss it out, but I don't know if he had enough movement to do that.
Great suggestion.
He already left.
But he
All
ran.
right. And so,
You the one who
with that,
said get us cover and die. I don't fuck around.
with that,
Mm,
you all hear
Learned my lesson.
the sound of screeching tires as it sounds like another vehicle comes to a stop, a door slam, some further
is there
gunfire
sirens?
firing down on the outside, what sounds like small arms fire. You hear the sound of metal clashing and rolling across the ground as this truck speeds away.
Somebody has a tank. Does it sound like a tank?
No, you'd guess that the sound that you just heard was the truck itself that had the machine gun mounted on it.
Damn
And
it, I got really excited about the possibility of getting a tank. I see how it is.
A flamethrowing tank?
Yeah, because I could put the flamethrower on top of the tank.
Hmm.
all right, and so you see the dust is beginning to settle. The curtain's still tattered and flapping madly in the wind on the inside of this room. You'd guess that whatever threat was there has escaped.
Check out
And
the professor.
as you look around on the inside of this storage room, I do need everybody to give me a sanity check really quickly.
Well,
I'm
I'm
not
not
even in the room.
there.
Except for Clay. You've all been in the room.
Oh.
though. You've all
This
seen the
looks
inside.
I
like
of the room.
a
haven't.
trench.
You've all seen the inside of the room before.
This is
I
racist.
haven't.
Yes,
I never
you
got
did. You looked inside.
She never went to
How?
the room. She
I
never went
was
into
never
the
even
room.
that close. I was always like
Oh my
weird.
god! Really? You didn't look into the room when the door was open? Are you really going to tell me that?
She's like 50 feet back.
I mean, she was literally like,
I was
Here.
four squares.
Cowardly than
Yeah.
me.
I was 4 squares away. So I don't know how much I could have seen. But if you want me to
damn
roll,
it.
I will roll.
I mean,
This wouldn't even affect me.
I don't feel as though you can really make a good argument as to why you wouldn't roll it.
There you go. I rolled. I passed.
All right.
And
None
then
of
tell
us.
you what I wanted to do.
Jimmy is also going to roll a sanity check. He failed.
Of course
Okay.
I did.
And I think that's everybody. Okay, so those of you who failed
Might be crazy, but I have 2 eyes.
are going to lose 4 points
What?
of sanity.
4 points.
After seeing all of this carnage on the inside and these
Well-
masked men leaving with something.
At least I'm at 69.
Ew.
Hmm.
All right, so you
Oh,
said,
look, jibber jabber.
did you say that you wanted to investigate the professor?
I wanted to do something else, but
Oh,
yeah,
what did you want?
Clay
What did
was
you
Somebody
want to do?
wanted-
first aid the professor.
Okay. Camellia, what did you want to do?
I wanted to call the very cute police detective person that's been helping us.
You want to try to find a phone?
There must be a phone around here.
Okay. Go ahead and yeah, we'll say that you can probably take a couple minutes to try to find a phone. And then Clay, you wanted to do first aid on this individual?
Yeah, I wanted to check him out, see if he's still breathing. We can
Is that
revive
your
him.
business card? Does it say Clay York, professional
You can read that?
paranormal investigator? That's what it seemed like to me.
USMC retired.
It just looks like jibber jabber to me. I can't read nothing.
Yeah, but
And it says
the
author /
star-
adventurer.
The
Nice.
star by itself looked kind of paranormal to me, so I just felt.
Well, it's the elder sign.
Nice. So just right off the bat,
You is old.
you can tell that the professor is not currently breathing.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. So first aid
boy.
or medicine to revive
Yeah,
him?
heart
Assuming
attack.
first aid.
Probably give me a medicine roll first off.
Okay.
And Jimmy says, well, I can help you with that, Mr. York.
Yep. He's gonna try the medicine roll. I don't know if he's actually
Go ahead and take a bonus die as Jimmy kind of kneels down with you and examines examines the professor as well.
All right. I don't have a great medicine, but we'll see. With the bonus, that might help. No, but I could spend 33 of my 53 luck to succeed.
You should
Oh,
do it.
God. You should have let Jimmy do it. Jimmy has good stuff. Whereas
I have great first aid.
He
Walter.
needs to live.
I have one of the highest first aids in the group, but my medicine is low.
Jimmy's medicine is also very low. Clay's is actually higher.
Oh shit. Okay, who has better medicine? I have a 1.
It might
I got a
be
1.
first aid you're thinking about, maybe.
Yeah, I have a
but-
22 in medicine for Clay.
Yeah.
So it's just
Jimmy's got a 73 in first aid somehow.
Yeah, I've got a
that's what I
79,
was
so we're both
thinking.
good.
I got a 72.
Yeah, at this point, you feel as though it's impossible to find the cause at this point, but what you can tell is that the professor is definitely dead.
Okay,
Oh.
probably a heart attack.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to pick him up and carry him downstairs, I guess.
Okay, and meanwhile,
Oh, my bad.
Camellia, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll real quick.
Okay, spot hidden. I got a hard success.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. So as you trot down the hallway and you can see a telephone kind of just hanging up on the wall.
Perfect. I will call the very ragged, somewhat cute, handsome detective.
I dip into the commode and cast the spell.
Let's see. And as you call, you hear a young woman answer, and she says, "Kakmoga di Tiponaga."
And I'll just say the name of the detective, because I'm sure I can't understand what she's saying.
She repeats the name to you, and she says, "Toi Navun."
I don't speak Bulgarian.
Sujailevam?
Okay. I am going to do a persuasion because there's no performance and just start like crying and be like frantic and panicking and just like I was saying, like they shut up the university and there is like so many dead people here. You have to tell the detective to come over here.
Say the guy's name.
Yeah, I said it. I
You
said
hear
it
on
several times.
you hear on the other end, she says,
Oh.
Zabavi.
I don't know. Okay. Do you want me to roll persuasion to see how good my performance is?
I mean, I suppose.
It's 100.
Yes, Darth Dave, I am using Google Translate.
Yeah.
Okay. You can tell that she says, you can tell that she definitely buys that you are in a panic right now.
Okay. I'll just keep like crying on the floor and just keep repeating how there's so many dead people here, and I'll just keep naming the detective. Yeah, you're in the university. They shot out with the guns, pew, 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 and then everybody died. And then there's a bomb. You have to get a detective here.
Sofijski Universitet.
I don't understand what you're saying, but in university, just get the detective here. And then I'll scream. I'll be like they're trying to get me. Yeah, help!
Sluji latit sa naput. She says.
Yeah, I have no idea what she's saying. I'll hang up the phone. I'll be like, I'll keep screaming. I'll say, help! I'll hang up the phone like it got disconnected.
While she's doing all that screaming, I'm casting a spell in the bathroom on myself.
Okay.
You.
But do you want to describe that spell?
Son
What it
of
looks
a
like?
bitch. Yes. Green swirling mists engulf my body, and you see my skin toughen up and become somewhat, I don't know, gnarly? Doesn't really say.
Gnarly. Okay.
Marley.
I don't know. Does it get gnarly? Or is it just a spell? I don't know, man.
Skin of a horny toad.
You don't see nothing because I'm in the bathroom.
I know, we see nothing.
But
We see nothing.
I lost 4 more sanity though. That's good.
But no,
I'm sure that's great.
I don't think that's that good.
Don't you love the cost of casting spells?
Oh, it's wonderful. I'm sitting in the bathroom babbling.
Okay. So at this point, what is everybody else doing at the moment? Like in
Well,
the immediate
it's
moment?
Since I gave up on the lady helping me, I'll go back upstairs and see what everybody is up to.
You should check the room as best you can before the police and everyone get here, and I guess what's left of those bodies.
Okay. I will
Clay is
go
going to
in-
take the guy.
Okay. I'll go
Down.
inside and do a spot hidden to see if I can find anything. And I rolled a 97. So
Okay.
a regular success.
As you look around, you can tell that this was a room. It held all kinds of valuable paintings and statuary, some very nice pieces of furniture with fine cloths and tapestries that are now torn to shreds. You look around and you can tell that this room held a great wealth of academic knowledge and artifacts worth definitely quite a bit of money, and is now utterly destroyed. But in looking for such an idol, the Jujeta idol, it looks as though if it was here, it's not here any longer.
I mean, I was looking for wallets, IDs, notes, journals. That might tell us who they are, where they're from, like maybe a hotel receipt, a restaurant receipt.
Okay. As you peel, you can kind of fondle around in you can fondle around in some of their pockets. Are you just focusing on the butchers?
First, yes, and then I'll move to the other one.
You can tell that they actually carried nothing except the weapons they had on them. One of them had a broom handle pistol. It's a Mauser broom handle. And the other had a sawed-off shotgun.
Interesting.
Shotgun go booyah.
All right. I'm not surprised.
But no identifiers.
No receipts of where they ate.
No, it seems as though they came here, and you can tell that they were probably very careful.
And I look at their shoes to see if there's any markings or anything like that that might tell me. And their clothes to see if they have their names on their clothes. Because way back when
Does he have his name written in his underwears?
Well, way back when people would put their name in their jacket and stuff.
No, I mean, this is, you look around and you can tell that there any identifiers have been completely removed from these men. They didn't want to be recognized at all. They had a purpose, and that was anonymity. However, upon looking at their shoes, you do notice that they are kind of caked in mud, and kind of between some of the treads are small bits of rock, like gravel.
Okay, I will put some of the rock pieces in my pocket. And okay.
Like
what about their hands? Do they look dirty at all? Do they have any like food pieces on their clothes that might tell us what they were eating earlier? Like if they were best eaters, maybe they had something on their hands or
Check
stuck
the
under their
teeth.
nails.
With a 97, you don't notice anything. In fact, I mean, it's very hard to tell because these guys are covered in blood after being shot several times and then blown up with a grenade. And they are kind of strewn about the room in multiple pieces in some cases.
I'll ask India Maria to help me look.
They were like bombers in Iran, unidentifiable.
Okay, I will now go look at the other people that died. Do you want me to roll again? Another spot hidden?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
So as you're doing this, Clay, your vision narrows for just a moment, and you wince in pain once again. As you close your eyes, you seal them shut and force them shut with all of your might. And as this happens, you can see kind of where almost in ghost vision where your eye normally would be. You see the walls of the gigantic cavern. You see them being made of some sort of a mottled limestone, fretted and water washed by endless running rivulets and half hidden by rolling clouds of steam. You see an enormous overhang with Latin numerals carved all over ancient images, cave paintings of mammoths, deer, and men with antlered heads. And your vision returns to you.
Look at Jimmy. Jimmy? Are there old caves here, like prehistoric caves that the Romans would have visited? Somewhere up in the mountains in this area? I just saw limestone caves, maybe a hot spring? I'm not sure. There's steam and Roman numerals carved in a wall above old cave paintings.
I'll say, well, Mr. York, that sure sounds like a nice tourist spot, but I sure can't think of anything. I've never been here. But maybe we can look at some maps, and that might tell us.
We can ask some locals, assuming we don't get arrested, or if we get arrested after we get done being arrested. Okay. And just look
India,
around.
do you want to roll spot hidden too?
Where's Walter at?
Oh, nope.
Fail. Okay. You can tell that, it's hard for you to see much of anything in here, India Maria. The place is just a jumbled mess of utter chaos. It's hard to make heads or tails of anything in here.
Jimmy,
and you're quite
Jimmy, what are you
distracted with
looking?
all of the blood.
Yeah.
What's that? What'd you say, Camellia?
Oh, I asked Jimmy if he could also help us look to see if he noticed anything else.
Well, gee, what am I looking for there, Miss Camellia?
Anything that would tell us where their hiding spot is. Couldn't find anything, but maybe your young eyes might be able to see anything.
Well, I don't know if you missed this down here, Camellia, but it looks like they got mud on their boots.
All right, thank you. Outside. All right. Well, I don't think there is much left to do with here.
Now, Camellia, as you are looking around at these other three bodies, I will say, you can clearly tell that these are not... they didn't belong to the butchers, I'll say that much. One of them is wearing kind of like a set of overalls. And the headless corpse, actually, you can tell, is wearing a set of overalls. You'd guess that he is probably a janitor or something along those lines.
Oh, okay. Huh. This is weird. Well,
And you can tell that the other two, probably before. Well, actually, give me a medicine roll just for shiggles. Okay. You can definitely tell that these two were blown up by a grenade.
This makes so much sense. I can
but-
see the grenade particles.
But you can definitely see that these other two men were also bludgeoned.
Hmm.
But it's hard to tell what the cause of death was. One of them, what little bit of face is
Are you
left
making
on
fun of
him-
me?
Me? No, of course not.
No, Nomi's laughing.
Oh,
No.
one of them, you see what little bit of face is left looks to be probably a younger man, perhaps a student. And the other is probably a man in about his 30s,
Right.
a little bit older, maybe a professor, maybe something along those lines.
Does the student have a student ID?
Yes, he does. And that student ID,
Your mama.
it says his name is
Robert Paulson.
His name is Robert Paulson.
Jacob.
His
Matt
name
Damon.
is Andrei Dostoevsky.
Andrei Dostoevsky. Okay, got it.
Not even close.
Not even close.
That's what I heard.
By the way, I spent 8 magic points and got 32 hit points.
Is that how the spell works?
Yep.
Hold on now. I gotta check this out for myself.
His name is Robert. Makes sense if it was Matt Damon.
Yeah, 1 magic point per 1d6 points of armor. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Very good. Okay. And while all of this is going on, if you guys could vamp for just a moment, I will be right back.
He is gonna go change out of his Daisy Duke jean shorts into softy shorts.
Yeah.
All the shorts the cheerleaders wear. Whee.
Oh, I was gonna say I need an explanation, but I don't want that explanation.
Nomi, will you please make a sanity roll?
Why?
Mad that you called him out on his shorts because that's what he was wearing.
It's
You wanna-
probably like riding up his G-string. That's why he's changing.
He went to go put on his Hooter shorts.
Yeah.
He went to go
thought he
put on his
wore
moneymakers.
A B string.
Doubles Hooters.
And now, coming near you to Mott's Only Fans, his booty shorts.
B-string.
String.
Gotta have a banana string.
Oh no! Oh my god!
By the way, folks, that's what it looks like when I cast that spell.
Wow, very cool.
Breathe, breathe.
Oh no! We killed Nomi. Oh. Yeah, basically Dungeon Daddy shorts. That's basically what he's wearing.
I was thinking something else.
Oh, okay.
And 2 things that start with the letter B.
Oh no!
I'm assuming one of them was butt. Okay, 3 things. 3 things.
No, because that's what
I
I
don't think it
thought
was
the B
butt.
string was, is the string for the butt.
I was thinking B for banana. Maybe we're
Yeah,
vamping wrong.
banana.
Are we doing this right?
Yeah.
Is this the right kind of vamping?
Yes, it is.
Why? This is that kind of string.
My stomach hurts.
Oh no!
You can make it through.
You can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna question why Moss's shorts might trigger sanity roll. I just accept it as a reality. You know, sometimes you don't want to know the answer to the real question.
My sides hurt.
Realize Chat GBT hit a 666 in that spell.
Is this
Nice.
is this what I get for leaving you guys alone for 1 minute?
Yes.
We were just
I-
talking about your B string.
I
nothing
don't know
weird or
what
anything.
vamping means. I'm
You can't,
sorry.
like-
I didn't do it right,
Yeah.
I guess.
That-
You can't
that-
RP or something productive.
Not for nothing. That vamping
I
word is pretty gay.
I
and
don't.
You deserve
I
all
didn't
the heat you
understand
got.
what vamping was either.
Oh my! You've-
It's a. I died laughing, so that's where mostly of the vamping went to, and my mind thinking elsewhere.
Don't worry, we kept it PG-13. You're okay.
Mostly.
yeah, cool. That's cool and everything.
Kind of like the European PG-13, though.
Just don't ask me anything.
So
gonna
instead
say.
of the B team, Moss is the B string. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Huh. Wow. I was just going. I was thinking banana. It
It's
was
kind of
an
like
instant
second
banana
string,
comment.
but the B string. They use the alphabet.
Good
That's
lord.
why you like bananas.
Wow.
And it's at this point you begin to hear sirens coming up the road.
Oops.
Okay, I stopped laughing.
All right.
All right. And then
I'll move to. I'll tell people that maybe we don't want to be in this room anymore, and we should just go outside with the rest of the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. So you make your way out to the front of the university, correct? Kind of where you came in.
I'm still freaking out in the closet somewhere.
Where everybody is. I'm assuming because we just got attacked by a bunch of like heavy gunfire. Everybody is like moseying up together in a big group since they left and talking about what happened.
Okay. Sounds good. And you make your way out front, and you can see that there are numerous, probably a couple hundred people out front of the university, evacuating the campus, as obviously there was gunfire inside. Eventually, by the time you all get outside, the police and medical personnel are already on scene, questioning people. You see several officers standing around taking notes. You see one of the officers comes up to you all and begins speaking to you in Bulgarian. You can tell he's asking very pointed questions, especially looking at you, Clay.
Going to hold up my hands and just say, something in German or French.
You see, he begins to get very frustrated. He sees you switching to all these other languages except his own, and he begins to get frustrated. You can tell that he seems to feel as though you're beginning to toy with him.
English?
He begins to put his finger in your chest and ask you even more stern questions when you see limping up onto the scene Major Kristova. You see he limps his right foot kind of pointed outward as he puts most of his weight on his left. You see what coat he was wearing has been torn, almost as and you see blood kind of rash, like road rash skin underneath.
Jesus.
Almost as if he was maybe hit by a car.
Oh my God.
See, you may have run into the fools who were just point at the building.
And you see that he approaches the officer, which is kind of in your face, grabs him by the shoulder, it spins him around, and you see that they have a heated exchange in Bulgarian. At which point, after about 30 seconds of arguing, yelling back and forth, they gather a bunch of attention from the onlookers around, especially looking at both you, Clay, in your grizzled appearance, as well as Major Kristova, who's recently been in some sort of incident. Eventually, the ranking officer relinquishes you all to Major Kristova, and he approaches you all and he whispers, "I'm taking you in as my witnesses. Be silent. They have ears in the police."
Just nod and walk with him.
Yeah.
Okay. And you all kind of make your way down the street a bit. He kind of walks behind you all, and you see, as you look behind you, you see he's got his pistol drawn and pointed at your back. But he leads you around a corner, and eventually a truck pulls up and comes to a stop. Its brakes squeal. And he waves his pistol towards the back. He says, "Get in."
Help anybody in who's slightly injured, which is probably both of the girls still.
Yeah.
And then get in last.
Okay. Sounds good. And you hear, as you do that, you hear he whispers something to the driver. You're not sure what. It's definitely in Bulgarian. And you begin to drive around. You drive around for a good while. Everybody can give me a navigation roll real quick if you would.
I'm
Okay.
just babbling myself incoherent nonsense in Turkish.
Nope.
You rolled a natural world, Camellia.
It's the same.
I actually succeeded at a navigate roll. Wow.
Nice.
What does Jimmy have for navigate?
It's
I'm
weird.
gonna
There's
Fail. Okay.
36 left.
I'm gonna spend 49 of my luck to six. No,
Okay.
No.
Yeah, go right ahead.
no.
As you're riding around in the back of this truck, you all feel a little bit anxious, wondering where it is you're going, because it seems like you've been driving around for an hour. When Clay, you're looking around, you can tell that you all are driving in circles. And after a while, you guess probably after the driver and Major Kristova are certain that you're probably not being followed. You finally pull up to an abandoned building. You see there is a large sign out front with a painted picture of what looks to be a loaf of bread cut in half with steam rising up above it. You can tell that this is probably an abandoned bakery. And at this point, Major Kristova comes to the back of the truck and pulls aside the tarp in the back and says, "Come on, we are safe here." Ushers you all out.
Help everybody out.
All right.
Head on in.
And as you make your way towards there, you see that Major Kristova gives a very specific knock. And about 15 seconds later,
It's original.
a heavy door opens. And you make your way inside. Very quickly, you see that Major Kristova like ushers you in, like, "Come, quickly, quickly." And you hear, as the door closes behind you, the truck speeds away.
I want to roll psychology just in case that
Okay.
he's deceiving us. I don't know anything.
You feel as though this man would take a bullet for you.
All right, then. Let's go.
All right. And once
Do it
inside,
hidden.
what are you looking for?
Any like secret doors, secret safes, any other exit ways, people hiding, trying to ambush us as we walk in.
Yeah, you can roll a spot hidden roll. Extreme success. Okay. Yeah. As you enter in, you see several men warmly greet you all. One of which, actually, you see he kind of wears a stethoscope around his neck. Clearly stereotypical of a doctor. Rushes over to Major Kristova and begins addressing his wounds. The doctor, or the major, kind of waves him away. He says, No, I'm fine. I am fine. Go. Treat these people if they need it. And if any of you are injured, he'd be more than happy to do a first aid on you. But you notice, Camellia, with that extreme success, that just about every single one of these people here, which In the front area of this bakery, you see that there's like a glass display case where the fresh baked bread and pastries would be placed. You see another window kind of beyond, and you see a large brick fire oven right here in the front. There's probably about half a dozen men in this room right now, and you notice that every single one of them is armed. Some of them having a gun, a pistol plainly visible in a holster at their side, maybe at their hip, maybe on a holster kind of over the shoulders. Some of them have pistols in their belt line, just underneath their shirt. As far as secret entryways, safes, anything like that, you don't notice anything in the immediate area. What you can see is that there's another room which goes off through a swinging door just ahead beyond the entryway.
Did you say there was bread and/or bread rolls?
There is currently not any bread, but you can tell that this was a place where bread would have been made.
Okay, Clay. I don't know if I've seen things, but are those fucking bread rolls talking to me? I don't think I'm in my right mind.
You just kind of hand him the flask.
I take the flask and take a big swig. I don't think I'm feeling too good. Whatever the fuck happened back there, it's got me a bit unhinged.
This will calm you down.
I certainly hope so.
And at that, Major Kristova comes to you all and he says, "Welcome to my headquarters. Well, this month, anyway. We had an office, but it was bombed. You have some dangerous enemies, the same as mine, I think."
It cost the professor his life. Poor old man. He had a heart attack when we got attacked.
Expecting much trouble here?
Well, hopefully not. That's why we take so many precautions so as to not be found. And at that, you see he walks over behind the counter and grabs a couple of things. You look, and as he pulls it out, you can tell that it's just a couple pieces of jerky. He hands one over to you, Camellia, and he says, "I did promise you dinner."
Thank you.
He takes a bite and struggles to rip it off, and it snaps.
What happened to you? Did you get run over by the people with the machine gun?
So you saw that, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, I was in the area and I heard the gunfire, the reports from a distance away. And I sped there as fast as I could, just in time to see them unveil the machine gun. So I stopped and began firing upon the driver, at which point they plowed into my car and sent me flying. My car is...
You might have saved our lives.
Well, it's only a day's work. Did they get any... do you know what they were doing there?
Unfortunately, yes. They grabbed piece of... Was it the head that they grabbed? They
As far as we can tell, the idol, the Giudietta idol.
Yeah, they grabbed the whatever idol.
I can't remember. Did you tell him about the idol previously? Yeah. You did?
I mentioned the name of it before, yeah.
Okay. And what is it that you think is so important about this idol?
Part of a set, a very dangerous set. And these cultists are looking for all kinds of dangerous things, and this is one of them.
I guess I don't know. I just know that
We showed him Jimmy and what it did to him.
Yeah, I did. I just know that they're trying to get a hold of all of the parts of the statue to put it together. And they're gonna use that somehow to potentially take over other people or destroy the world. I don't know. I really don't know. No, this is me saying I don't know. I know it's dangerous. They're just trying to grab them, and we're just trying to get all of them so we can destroy them.
Well, he's going to... You see, he kind of looks at you with a piercing eye, almost as if he's dressing you all down. He's gonna roll. How do I know that this is not all hogwash?
Well, you saw what it did to Jimmy.
Not all boys are right in the head.
Huh? Well, you can always.
Well, I sure take offense to that, sir.
You can always touch the pieces that we have and then be affected by it as well. But just be warned, you'll lose feeling on your body. Then things won't work anymore, if you know what I mean.
Do you have these pieces with you?
Not here.
I asked him to come with me in the other room privately.
The major?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He says, okay. You all wait here.
Do you want to know how you know this is not hogwash? Do you have a blade on you?
A blade?
Yeah.
Let's see. Does he have a blade? We'll say he has a blade. Yeah, he pulls out a kind of a switchblade, pops it open.
Stab me in the chest.
Oh.
What?
Stab me in the chest. Don't worry about it. I'm going to show you it's real.
Give me a persuade roll.
All right. Or faster? Persuade?
I'd say yeah, probably. You I'll take a fast talk.
All right. I will use a Eureka. Come on.
Would you like to push it?
Yeah, why not? Can't do better twice in a row, right?
Oh my god.
I'll spend the 7 luck.
You'll spend
Or
it?
can I not spend it on the push? I don't remember.
You should be able to.
I'll say you can, yeah.
All right. I'll spend it.
Okay. Sounds good. And so you see he nervously pulls the blade out and angles it towards you and just gently, he kind of like gently tries to push it in and the blade just kind of stops. And you see he gets a strange look in his eye and he puts a little bit more pressure on it. And at which point you feel your skin begin to crack a little bit and chip away.
You just lose sanity.
Actually, if they had a sanity roll, I would have them roll it. But take 4 points off of your armor as he begins to as he presses into you, and he finally withdraws it and he puts the blade away. He says, "I am not sure what is what is this? What is the meaning of this?"
It's not hogwash. That's what it is.
Is this part of this idol thing that you were talking about?
No, it's just what I can do. But just so you know, it's real, you know? Don't want you to think we're full of shite.
I'm not entirely sure what to make of this, but I do think it would be best. And you hear he kind of speaks up a little bit so that the rest of you can hear. I think it would be best if we work together.
I'm not opposed to it.
That makes sense.
I can tell you what I know of these butchers. Should you need any information of them, although I do not have a lot of information.
Do you know what? It's a fucking cave.
Yeah, of this location, and he will describe it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, wait. Are you guys back out here, or are you guys alone still?
He said you, so you. I assume we.
Okay, I didn't know if you guys. I was just realizing I didn't know if you came back out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So when he starts saying that, just say, "Yeah, here are the specifics." It was their cave paintings and old carvings, Roman numerals, limestone caves with steam somewhere up in the mountains, like hours and hours away. If it's the same place I've seen before.
Okay. You see, he says, "Oh, hold on here 1 minute." Yeah, and you see he goes out. He goes into the back room. You hear he kind of rifles through some things, and he pulls out an area map. And he says, "Describe this place to me again."
Describe the mountain, describe the distance, describe the cave paintings, the limestone, the steam,
Rivulets
and,
of water.
yeah, the water and the Roman carvings in there as well.
Okay. And he begins poring over the map. If you all are assisting him, I would take either a library use or a navigate roll.
Maybe Jimmy can assist them with the
Yeah,
library.
Jimmy should probably help him.
Okay. Let's see.
Jimmy's library use is much higher than
Oh yeah,
well,
Jimmy's.
probably anybody's.
Any of ours.
Oh no way!
Jesus.
No way!
Push it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he should push it.
Let's.
Or spend a luck.
I don't know.
Yeah, push it. It's easier. It'll do better with a push.
Okay. He says, "Well, with that description there, Mr. York, it looks like there's a bunch of caves here along the Isker River, although it doesn't seem as though I don't know which one."
All right. Just start looking and see if I can recognize anything. I don't know if my previous vision of the distance and the roads that they went up would help.
Any mile markers or anything like that?
Just try and describe
Road
it as
signs.
much as he recalls from those previous little visions.
Okay. And at this point, as you're describing it, your vision clouds once more and you wince in pain. And another vision comes to you as the viewer of what you're seeing, without blinking or wavering in focus. You see the vision holds of a fang-toothed mouth of dripping stone with black robed figures marching through it.
Oh boy.
And describe that entrance, that opening, that whatever it would be. Yeah.
Black gaping maw.
Let me think. Let's see. Bear with me for just 1 second here. I need to find these Bulgarian names.
Bulgars.
There is something down there, a village, and you see he points down to the map. He says, Chukurovo. It might be somewhere near there, maybe. But that is 25 miles away from town.
All right. And ask him to, let us see the map and say that we're probably going to have to go there, but they have quite a presence. Like a lot of cultists, a lot of masked people. This is likely where they're holed up. So,
Very good. Very good. And at this point, you hear the phone ring. And you see one of the men across the room answers it and kind of whispers into the phone and promptly hangs it up and comes over and whispers in the major's ear. And he says, it seems as though we got the tip. Perhaps, I'm not sure exactly what it might be, but the report of a horseless carriage with fresh musket holes through its front window. And it came from, well, just as we were saying, Chukurovo.
Can we trust this tip? Maybe it's a trap.
Well, it could be. Perhaps we should do a little bit more research or
Reconnaissance.
something. I'm not sure. Do you know anything about the area?
Not really.
Just what I've
No.
seen. Just kind of point to his eye. Just what
I
I've
figured
seen.
if anybody would, you do. You live here.
I think we need to do some recon before we go in. Guns blazing blasting.
Do you intend to go over there?
Yes.
We're going to have to. We need to get these two in a little bit better shape before we do that, though.
But we need to get that piece.
We do.
Okay. And so what is the plan then? Are you planning on heading out pretty quickly, or do you want to rest up a little bit more? What's the
In
plan?
your vision, did it look like they're planning on leaving anytime soon?
There were a lot of people gathering, so but I can't quite tell what their motivations were. I'm just getting visions.
And over the course of all of this, Clay, you notice that your vision is it's beginning to wane a bit. Your peripherals become foggy. You have these short instances of sharp pain that kind of shoot down the back of your head and cease for but a moment. And then every once in a while, you get another sharp shot of pain that goes through your spine.
Something more important is happening. I don't know how much time we have left, because these are becoming much more frequent.
All right. So, Major Kristova basically, after the tip, he tells you, well, you are more than welcome to stay here for as long as you need, but I do recommend that we move quickly. Not too quickly, as I think I might need to rest up my leg.
How many men do you have?
I've got about a dozen men.
How many did you see in the cave?
More than that, possibly?
There was quite a few.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Scheiße.
So, yeah, I think we'll be outnumbered. We have to be careful. We'll have to definitely do reconnaissance because we don't want to run into the machine gun again. And they have grenades.
Oh, do you have a tank? Can you get a hold of a tank?
A tank.
Yes.
As
A
in
massive tank.
from the... it's not as though they keep that at the Bulgarian army surplus.
No, but you're quite capable, and I so happen to have a flamethrower.
A what? A flamethrower? How did you get a flamethrower?
It's a long story.
One which I would be
you
most
will-
curious to hear.
But if you're able to get a tank, we can mount the flamethrower on top because it's quite heavy, as you could imagine. And that could save many of our lives.
Well, as great of an idea as that sounds, unfortunately, I do not have a tank available to me.
Maybe a pickup truck that can carry around about, how much was it? 100 something pounds of weight.
Most pickup trucks can carry at least that much.
Okay. And it's not gonna slow us down. Then maybe that's what we do then.
Sure. I mean, if you have a flamethrower, I think we might need it. We do have our own armaments. But I think that it's time that we rest up. Perhaps. What do you think? We head out at nightfall.
Yeah, let's do some reconnaissance at nightfall. We need you to do recon first, so we know what we're heading into.
Do you have a place we could stay at near that village with this person who gave you a tip?
I do not know who it was that gave us a tip. Sounds like a very primitive individual talking about the muskets and horseless carriages.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to possibly have to do what we can.
So did they say that the horses just didn't have heads or something?
They described a horseless carriage.
Okay, so a carriage that was just moving by itself.
Yeah, the car.
Oh, a car.
Yeah. Oh, that's my god. Okay, I was picturing like an actual carriage.
Yeah, a horseless carriage with musket holes in the front window.
Okay.
Musket holes.
Musket holes
Yeah, you know,
in the front window.
just like bullets, but older and less cool.
And
Do they-
wider.
or it could be a tank and the musket hole. Well, no, because they
Or
said
he-
musket holes,
or
not like
he's-
muskets.
Or he's some dumb yokel who doesn't know what a gun and a car is.
Yup.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And as you all take a little bit of a rest, waiting for nightfall, is there anything you all want to do in the meantime?
I want to see if I can find a Bulgarian dictionary here.
I want to meditate and be less crazy because
Give me a
bread rolls are talking to me.
Give me a luck roll, Sevvy. Because normally they all speak Bulgarian, so the chances
Nope.
that they have a Bulgarian dictionary on the premises are probably pretty low. So yeah, unfortunately, here it doesn't seem as though they have a Bulgarian dictionary.
I will then just talk to the detective and try to learn basic Bulgarian from him.
Okay. He says, "You want to learn Bulgarian?"
Yeah.
Okay, I can try to teach you a few basic concepts. Okay, so here's the basic rules of Bulgarian you should know. And go ahead and give me an intelligence roll real quick.
You fucking okay. I can't spend my luck.
At this point,
Only two.
I know, but I'm probably gonna need my luck for the fight.
More you spend, the more you can get back.
That's true. I will spend 5. I will spend the 2. I'll go back down to 15.
Clay logic.
I learned
love it.
basic Bulgarian.
Yeah, spend luck to make it.
okay, so you can go ahead and add Bulgarian to your sheet then. Okay.
See, it was
And
worth it.
so,
Yep.
as
And
you
Clay is
all-
going to spend the evening just talking to the other guys and just writing about everything that happened because, of course, it makes some good scenes.
I'm spending the evening talking to bread rolls, trying to figure out what Gore's trying to tell me.
Okay. So, as you're all sitting there, Clay, about 2 hours later, you get this searing headache, which collapses you to the floor almost. You want to cry out in pain. It hurts so badly. You feel like your head is about to implode. It throbs almost as though your brain is trying to burst out of your skull. And finally, a vision comes to you once more. You see blood spews and crimson explosions. Faces scream and are ripped apart. Limbs are dragged from their sockets with impossible force.
Oh my god.
You see the acts are performed by something not quite seen, always in your periphery, but always present. A black, blurred, rushing hell thing. Finally, it rushes directly at the viewer and then vanishes in a white explosion of pain from your empty eye socket. I need you to give me a sanity roll really quickly.
All right. Let's try a sanity roll, everybody. No.
Shoo!
Failure.
You lose 7 points
Holy crap.
sanity
Oh my god.
as this horrific experience has shaken you to your core. You cannot decipher what it was, but you can tell that whatever this was seems to have completely emptied out that cave. And I need you to make me an intelligence roll.
When you say emptied out,
I hope you fail your intelligence.
Oh, why did that?
No, you rolled idea.
when you say emptied out,
Yeah, it's.
you mean like
why did it do
wiped
both?
out or
Like
We
We
killed them
killed
all.
everybody.
Okay, let me see here.
Oh no, you
Why did it-
passed your intelligence.
Yeah, it's interesting because it did the realization check and then it did the idea check. I was like, huh? Which one are you gonna do?
So that was a regular success.
Yeah, it was a regular success, yep.
Okay.
you
So Clay, I will give you an option. Do you want to roll on the Bout of Madness table, or would you like to narrate what happens?
I am going to narrate what happens here because as he's doing this, he reaches out and grabs a hold of whatever's nearby, like a chair leg or a chair or a table. And he, in the pain of doing this, he grabs a hold of the table and he pretty much snaps the thing in half and then pushes away if anybody's in his way because he can't see what the hell is going on. He pulls away the bandages and everything, and he is just pushing in on it, trying to actually get that out of there, whatever is happening. And he just
Ew.
screaming like a caveman, is just pulling at the edge of this, trying to get that out and just digging in there right now. Trying
The
to
rest
stop
of
it.
you-
Okay,
As
Jimmy,
you all
stop him.
You all see this, and you see Clay digging into his empty eye socket. Blood begins to pour out of his eye. You see Major Kristova and a couple of other men try to restrain Clay as he throws them off and smashes the table. And by the time your vision comes back to you, Clay, you see a couple of men scrambling to their feet after being tossed aside by you and a few other men, guns drawn and pointed at you. Major Kristova addresses you and says, Major, pull yourself together. What is going on?
And at this point, he's almost like on his toes and knees with his left hand down, almost like a caveman style in an ape trying to, face off to them. And as soon as he hears the word major, he is literally going to stand up and turn at him and just kind of like not having any clue where he is, just salute. And he's just shaking right now. If you've ever seen a video of the people with trauma after the First World War, where they can't stop shaking, he's literally doing that right now.
you may have lost 7 points of sanity, but you gained a Eureka point next week for this because there's artwork.
Nice. Okay. And so you see that the Major kind of holds his hand out to you, extended, his other hand clearly on his hip, on his pistol. And he says, I'm going to need you to come down. Okay. Please. We need you in your right mind. I do not know what you are going through, but you need to snap out of it.
And he's just going to kind of like be waving his hand out in front of his face and just say, it just tore them limb from limb. Everyone in that cave is gone. Just whatever it was.
And as this happens, a realization comes to you, Clay. Your headaches are gone.
Oh.
And with that, I think we are going to go ahead and end tonight's episode.
Clay is going to be laughing because the headaches are finally gone.
I like that. You just snap a table, throw everybody aside, and then you just burst out in manic laughter. This is great.
Yeah.
This is
His
great.
eye hole is bleeding profusely.
All right. So, let's go ahead and get our improvement rolls out of the way, everybody.
I have a couple. I got listen. Nope. And luck. Listen.
Very nice.
I'll go next. All right, I did have listen. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay, I got a 4 on that, even though it doesn't show on that. That's still stupid. 4, and then the other was firearms. The one time I wanted to improve, it don't work for me. But whatever, I improved my listen. That's fine with me.
And luck.
And luck.
Oh, and look. Da, 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 da. All right.
Very good.
Okay, a 3. Cool.
All right. Who is next?
You want to go ahead, JT?
I'll go. Sure. Firearms. Oh boy. Nope. Listen. Come on, baby. Yeah. That's my kind of failure. Son of a bitch. Psychology. Psychology. Boo. All right, we'll go with luck. I spend some, so I'll win some, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, sure.
Always.
Or not. No.
Not when you do that.
No, apparently not.
Oh,
Skills are
let's
just so
see
good
what
they
we
don't want to get better.
got here. First charm. No. Let's see. What has he got next? Listen. It'd be a miracle. Hey! All right. So his listen is going to go up by... is that a 4? Ooh, nice. Well, the cool
Hit
thing
90.
is that's going to go past 90, so he'll be able to get some sanity back.
Ooh, I
It'll
need
be
sanity.
clarity. All right. Navigate. Hey, navigate's going up. Hey, wow. Navigate's really going up.
Nice.
Psychology, it would take a miracle. Oh,
Almost a miracle. Almost a
let's
miracle.
go close. And throw for his grenade toss. Hey.
Very nice.
All right, 5 points on that. And luck. Hey.
Nice.
All you have to do is try and rip your eye out. You're fine.
All right. And let's see. Chris better get his out of the way because he's got places to be.
Yeah.
Regular success. Regular success.
And I'm going to throw the 2d6 sanity out here.
Very
10
nice.
points. Nice.
Okay, fail. And Chris regains 9 points of luck. Wow.
Nice.
Even though maybe technically he shouldn't because he wasn't here, but I let nobody tell you that I am not a kind deity. So
It's okay. Nobody will ask
Lady?
anyway.
switched over. Wow. Wow. All right, let me get us
Not
switched
wrong.
over. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. I know we're ending just a tad bit early, but I think if we go any further, then we'll end up getting into something that would be anticlimactic. So let's go around the horn, and everybody can let the chat know where you'll be tonight. We will start with JT.
Where I'll be tonight is playing Dune on my channel, Savage Talk, Kick, and YouTube. Check me out.
And tag somebody.
Oh, I figured you'd like to do that.
I let you have that responsibility.
I will pass it to Mrs. Nomi.
You're trying to think of a name.
It's okay. I'm usually a forgotten person, but you can just follow me on X at NomiWithoutYou. Trying to play games. I'm going to try to upload videos because I'm still out of town and the internet that I have here is not the greatest to stream. So just follow me on X and you'll see what happens next. And Frost, you're next.
Did you manage to, or did you mean to make that rhyme? X. That's what happens next. Totally.
No.
It's like the B string. I'm Frost. You can find me on Moonskull Legend Seeker channel, and you will find me again here next Monday trying to, well, maybe not claw Clay's eye out. We'll see. And I am going to throw it over to Sevvy.
All right. Hello everyone. I am Sevvy. You can usually find me at Sevvy Love or Legally Sevvy or over here in Moonskull. The watch party for Saturday will be Independence Day at 1 p.m. Central Time. So make sure to come and check it out. Yeah. So I'll be playing Blade and Dune. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled for when I do that. And I'll pass it over to us.
Thank you. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us this evening and every week. This campaign wouldn't be what it is without you guys tuning in. So I sincerely thank you. We got over 500 views for last week's episode, which is crazy. Thank you guys again.
We love you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you all again. You can find me here several days a week. You can find me over on Tales from the Dragon's Tavern, where I just dropped a big, long 4-hour massive battle. If you wanted to go and check that out as well. And I think that's all that I've got going on. So with that, I will bid you adieu, auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and God bless.
Bye.
See ya.